Hi guys! Today I wanted to do a video about travelling because I've been doing a lot of travelling recently. So I'm going to focus on two subjects that are kind of the main things that I look at when I'm travelling. One is how to do it as cheaply as possible, and two, how to not freak the hell out while travelling. So I'm going to go into the easier thing first, which is how to do it cheaply, which actually isn't that easy, but you know what I mean. So, doing it on the cheap, the main airline I use is Ryanair. While Ryanair is really cheap, you do need to keep an eye out. I think it's no harm subscribing to Ryanair's newsletter. Yeah, there is a couple of hundred emails a day. Okay, that's a bit of an exaggeration. There's not that many emails a day, but they do send you emails being like, are you thinking of going here? Because now it's like $9.99 to travel to London. I then really like their app, the Ryanair app. But the problem with the Ryanair app is when you go into the website on your like desktop, you can see a little like banner, and the banner shows you like deals that they have on the moment. Say like Ibiza is €16 or flying to anywhere in the UK is under a tenner. So that's the only thing with the app, you might not be able to see those. So while you might be saying, oh, we'll go here this month, if you just waited an extra month there might be cheaper flights. So I would always say book on your app if it's easier. Just make sure you've had a look on your computer. Ryanair also have a voucher thing that you can do. So if you're ever stuck for what to ask for your birthday, or you don't know what people should get you, I mean, even for Easter, somebody was saying they would get me an Easter egg, and sometimes those Easter eggs can cost like $5. So I was like, well, you know, don't want to get me an Easter egg, you know, you can just put a $5 and get me a Ryanair voucher. The next thing that I do to travel cheaply, but I think pretty much everybody does this, is I only ever bring my carry-on. Now my carry-on is quite big. It's this. It's plain and black and funky, and it's not funky at all. I don't know why I said that. I sound like such a jet setter, but I have been flying a lot lately. And when I first did my first trip, I packed way too much stuff. Clothes that I didn't wear, shoes that I never needed, jackets that I was already too warm in walking around. So it's really experience, but definitely just think to yourself like, why am I bringing this? Am I actually going to need it? Looking for somewhere to stay? Try and not book hotels. They can be crazy expensive. Instead, try Airbnb. Airbnb is what I've been using for the last 6 or 7 trips that I've done. It's really, really handy. It's always pretty much cheaper, unless the country that you're going to is generally a cheap sort of place. Airbnb is just the way to go. And once you get set up, it's so easy. If you were going carry-on and you have to have your liquids under a certain amount, I always keep my tiny little travel size things. You get loads of these at Christmas. People give you like little gift hampers and stuff, or if you're even like, I don't know, if you get like a little hamper of stuff, Soap and Glory are really good for them. I just keep them. I always keep them. And I'm also a nurse, and sometimes, like, this is clean, there was no urine in this, but it does make a really handy like container. So this is my favorite bit because I am not a nervous flyer. I'm a stressful, nervous traveler. Being in the plane, the actual being up in the air and the plane and the turbulence, none of that bothers me. As soon as I am sitting in my chair with my seatbelt on and my tray table in the upright and locked position, I am totally calm, fine. It's all the points getting to that. Literally from the moment I start traveling, I just panic until I'm sitting in the chair. So this is what I do to like stop that panic. Number one, if I'm traveling with Ryanair, I will use the Ryanair app to get my boarding pass. You can easily just click into it. Now I'm not checking in for a flight yet, but when you do check in for a flight, you just check in, you save it onto your boarding, you save your boarding pass. You can either take a screenshot of it, which is I do as well, and then you can save it in your little thingamajigs. I don't know where it is. iPhones have this cute little thing which is just called your passbook. Oh, there we go. So that was my last flight to Amsterdam. You can just keep it on your passbook and it's there. Another thing that I really like to do is I like to find the city that I'm going to on Google Maps, and then when I'm here at home with my own free Wi-Fi, I like to go into Google Maps, and all that you have to do is you search. So say I'm actually going to Warsaw next. Type in Warsaw, Warsaw Old Town, Poland. Now when you get into the app, you just need to tap on the name where it comes up, and then if you see here it says download. So you download, it says, and asks you if you want to download this area. You just click download, save the name of the offline area, and you download it when you have a Wi-Fi connection. When you have downloaded it, you can always access that, and your GPS will be there. So if you're walking around, the GPS will follow you without you needing the internet. So you won't be able to say, I'm from here and I want to go here, give me my path. But you will be able to figure out like which street you're going down. So say if you start walking down the wrong street, you'll be able to say, oh no, we need to go back up one street and back up the next street. It's just a little bit helpful when the signs are all gobbledygook. Next, in case you're using your Ryanair check-in and you're using your Google Maps, I always bring a portable charger. This isn't actually a portable charger, it's my HD drive thingamajiggy, but I wanted something like in my hands to show you. So my portable charger is a Anker one. I'll put a link down below. Porrick really recommended it. It's actually Porrick's one, I just travel with it. It's really handy. I think it has like 4 extra charges in it, so you can charge your phone up from 0% 4 times with it without charging the actual thing itself. It's just so handy, just if you're a panicker like me. Next, I would say when you're actually traveling, only ever have your travel clothes. Make them really comfy. I always have these like harem pants. They're black harem pants, my long black top, and I will bring like a fleece with me and a scarf, and I'll always wear my comfy shoes, and that is it. When I'm booking my flights as well, another thing that calms me down is I'm really good in the mornings. So a 6 o'clock flight, no bother to me. If I have to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning to get that bus, doesn't bother me. But if I'm getting in the evening, I know my anxiety is a little bit more in the evening, and I'm like, oh my god, especially if I have to land in a different country in the dark on my own, or even with someone. I just don't like doing it. I'm much happier getting there early in the morning when I know like there's going to be trains running for hours, there's going to be buses, there's going to be people around. So I would always prefer to travel in the morning than ever travel at night. Coming home at night is fine, I don't mind that, but going somewhere, I always like to go in the morning. So figure out what you like to do. If you're like, no, I freak out in the mornings, I want a whole day to like prepare myself to travel, then do that. Another thing, if you are still super anxious, I've done this once and it really did help. I actually paid for my seat. Now Ryanair, it costs €4 to pick your seat, and I did it once and it was just much less panic. I knew where my seat was, I knew where I had to go, I knew that I was sitting on the aisle, so I was like, it doesn't matter if people are there before me, I can just sit, I don't have to ask people to move, I don't have to race to be the person in beside the window. It calmed me down a lot. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. It's a little bit of a ramble from me, but I'm definitely still someone who struggles with being a bit panicky in the airport. I'm getting so much better just because of these like tricks and stuff that I do. So I hope maybe it helps somebody else who's watching this who's like, oh, I'll just turn this on and listen to it, and maybe something will stick. So yes, happy traveling and see you later.